Hey, what's up guys? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be checking out HideIPVPN. It's just like one of the names that you can pick for a VPN. You could pick HideVPN, Hide My Ass VPN, HideVPN IP. It seems like there's a lot of different combinations of the name. Today we're specifically looking at this one. A viewer requested it on the channel, a long-time viewer. A shout out to you, Leo. So today we're going to be checking out this VPN, and just let me know down in the comments down below if you want me to check out any other VPNs I haven't reviewed on the channel. I do have around 15 VPNs kind of in the queue. But if you comment down below and tell me the VPN you want, I might be able to move it up the queue and review it a little bit quicker. So today we're going to be checking this VPN out. We're going to see if it's worth using or not. We're going to be putting it through the paces of the tier list, ranking it tier 1 through tier 4 by pricing, application, streaming, speeds, and those kind of things. So guys, is this one worth using or not? Let's go ahead and find out. Of course, the first thing we always do is get the VPN now. We want to buy it and test it out, and then hopefully get a refund later on. However, today we're going to be looking at pricing first. For some reason that took a little bit while to load. So the pricing thing here, I noticed right away, it looks like it's kind of like messed up. Let me turn the Brave tracking thing off. Maybe that will kind of fix the design here of the website. Let's see. This website's kind of slow. All right, so pricing. There we go. So yeah, it's just like kind of messed up. A lot of times with these smaller VPNs, things can get a little bit jank. So looks like we have the monthly, we have the annual, we have the quarterly. So annual is going to be around $60 a year. I would have liked to see that they put the price there. Monthly is going to be $7, not a bad price. With both of these options, you get 29 servers. This one has 6 US VPN server locations. It's kind of weird. It's like the text is getting cut off. A little jank. And it also has a smart DNS feature. I haven't really been able to get smart DNS features working that often, so a little skeptical of that. It has a couple different payment options, and here's everything you get. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Supposedly supposed to work with all streaming services, which is nice to see, but we'll have to actually see if it does or not. A lot of times it will not. And lots of speeds promised as well. So let's go ahead and try it out. Looks like there's a free trial, so we might be able to get a free trial. Looks like we do have a 24-hour trial for VPN, and Smart DNS has a 7-day trial. So that's really nice. I don't have to buy it, but you know, if you do want to get past 24 hours, looks like you probably will. So let's go ahead and check out and see what happens next. So interestingly enough, it's asking me to continue with Facebook or Google. I've never seen that before with a VPN. I'm not sure why you would want to associate those accounts. You know, they're not very trustworthy. So once you do that, it will create an account for you, and you could download it, and you're going to get the information mailed to you. I'll download it right there. One thing to keep in mind is that the login credentials will be sent to you in your welcome email, not the credentials for the website. So I went ahead and entered those in and clicked save or connect. Okay, we are now connected to HideIPVPN. Pretty simple to get started, just logging in. You need the credentials from the welcome email. They are different from the website credentials. So here's what it looks like. It has a decent look and feel to it. Kind of reminds me of ExpressVPN a little bit. Instead of just red and green or red and white, it is green and white. So in terms of settings here, we see a little bit of connection settings here. Reconnect if dropped, DNS leak protection, VPN protocol. We can't really customize it while we're connected, which is kind of a bummer. Startup settings here, we have app killer, which is going to be like a kill switch. We have notifications, and that's pretty much it. So you got some good meat, but nothing too fancy. I do want to see, you know, what kind of settings we can get with these protocols, but we're gonna have to disconnect first. So VPN protocols, we do see IKV2, OpenVPN, as well as some other ones. I actually do like the selection of protocols here. This app has a decent amount of customization, security features. We have the kill switch, some protocols to play around with. It's not gonna be super advanced and powerful like some of my top ones, like TorGuard and AirVPN. Which I think are some of the best applications out there. So we are connected now. Let's go ahead and test out speeds. So sometimes a smart connection for these kind of apps works really well. Sometimes it doesn't work as well. I kind of am testing it out on this speed test. Overall, we're getting pretty good speed so far in this speed test. Very good actually. The ping is a little high. I would prefer more around 20 ms, but download rate seems really good. I'll do another speed test with another server just to make sure we pick the fastest one, and I might have to do that as well with the download rates. But the smart location seems to be working okay. One thing to note is that there isn't like a ton of locations, there's not a ton of servers to pick from. Alright guys, so doing a speed test now for the torrent download. Some of my fastest VPNs get 30 to 40 megabytes a second downloading here. Some of the slower ones get around more 10 to 15. So what we're really looking for is that 30 to 40 megabytes range for a VPN provider. And right now we're getting up to 26 to 29, 37, 34. So this actually looks like a pretty fast VPN. Surprisingly, you know, these servers aren't probably super populated. A lot of times you'll find that with smaller VPN providers, you actually get better speeds than some of the bigger ones out there. Some of the biggest ones like ExpressVPN, NordVPN, IPVanish, CyberGhost, Surfshark, a lot of these VPNs, even Windscribe, don't get the best speeds because I think there's too many people on them. This one is small. It looks like the speeds are decent. It's not as fast as some other ones. For a while there, it was in the 30 range, but now it's kind of hovering around 24, settling around the 20 range. So it's decent, pretty fast, not the fastest, but definitely faster than a lot of the big ones out there. So overall, pretty impressive speeds, both in the speed test and the torrent download test as well. So good job, guys. Surprisingly, just picking the server that I was on already, it does work with Netflix. Very good. Let's test Hulu. Now, a lot of times Hulu is the one that gets blocked, but surprisingly, this one unblocks Hulu as well. Very good. Now, Amazon Video is also very hard to unblock. Usually with Amazon Video, I'll be able to load the website and it'll tell me I'm using a proxy or blocker or something like that and I can't watch it. But now it's not letting me load the website. As you can see here, I could load as far as this, but I specifically can't get past that, which is kind of weird. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like BBC iPlayer works either. So it gets half points for Hulu and Netflix. Not bad. So this is a smaller VPN provider. It's not surprising to see they don't have live chat, so they can't get full points here. You'll probably expect to reply within a day or so. So just kind of standard here for support. Looking into their privacy policy was a little bit confusing because the privacy policy itself just detailed information on how they collect information when you visit their website, like when you buy their service and cookies and things like that. I had to go to the terms of service to actually find the privacy policy about the VPN service, which is a little bit annoying. But I found that they do keep a no logs policy, means that any activity whilst using the VPN is not being stored or shared. Only data stored is client's full name and billing activity. We do not store IP addresses, browsing history, traffic destination, or DNS queries. HideIPVPN cannot be obligated to provide data that does not exist to our logging policy. They may disclose information, including but not limited information concerning a client in order to comply with court orders, subpoenas, and these kind of things. So it looks like it's kind of standard for a VPN. They will provide information on a client if they have it, but you know, while using the VPN, you should be pretty good and that they don't collect any logs, and they also promise in their privacy policy not to sell any of your information away. So overall, a pretty solid logging policy in my opinion. Doing a little bit of research, I found that the company is based in Delaware and the CEO is called Adrian Cismaru. I looked at his LinkedIn page and I found that he's kind of like in charge of a lot of companies, and this one has actually been around for quite a while, which kind of surprised me. I've never really heard that much about it. It's been around for like 11 years, so this might be just kind of a side project for them, or just something that is not worked on a ton or spent a lot of money on, but it seems decent, I guess. Now, even though HideIPVPN has a very generic name, which is one reason probably it's not that popular, among other things, maybe they don't spend that much money on it, maybe the marketing team isn't the best, it actually is quite a solid VPN product. It's got a good price. I really like the free trial that lets you try it out for 24 hours. It's easy to start up and do that. The pricing system itself seems to be pretty good with a 30-day refund and good pricing per month and yearly and stuff like that. They're not pushing you into super long-term commitment plans, and it's cheaper than a lot of VPNs out there with no discount codes needed. The application itself is admittedly a little bit basic, but I didn't run into any bugs and it was very easy to use. It's got most of the security features you need. The only reason I docked it at some points is because it doesn't have that many servers. However, the servers I did test were decently fast, which is why it gets a good speed rating. In the speed test and torrent downloads, everything was pretty good. Not the fastest, but pretty solid, especially for the price. Reputation here seems to be pretty solid as well. The company's been around for a while. I couldn't find anything that naughty about it. The founders seem to have a lot of different projects they're working on, so this might not be like their sole focus, but I couldn't find anything that sketchy about it. Also, their privacy policy is pretty good with a no logs policy. Customer support is just going to be a 2.5 out of 5 because they don't have any live chat, and it's probably going to take a little bit longer to get support for your tickets since it is a smaller VPN team. Streaming does get 2.5 out of 5 because it works with Hulu and Netflix, but not BBC iPlayer or Prime Video. Overall score is a very respectable 3.58 out of 5, making it around the top of the tier 2 VPNs. This is a decent VPN to check out, especially if you've never heard of it and just want to try something new, because I haven't really tried it on the channel yet. So this is cool to see if VPNs out there I haven't checked out still provide interesting products that I can test out. You know, a lot of the ones that are left I was worried would be kind of so crappy and not that usable that it would be a pain in the ass to review. A little bit like Black VPN at the start, but this one was pretty good to review, pretty easy to review, no major hangups or problems with it at all, which is very good for me, makes it a little bit easier. Anyways guys, thanks for checking out another unbiased honest review from Tom Spark, and I'll see you again on the next VPN review very soon.